Today, shaking up her lineup a little bit. Tavi Diggs is going to be getting in the starting lineup. Her first start this season, 12 starts last year. She's going to be joined by Aaliyah Jackson, Lauren Hurd, Patricia Morris, and Tara Manumala-Unya.
Ooh, tongue twister.
Yeah, well, there is a video that TCU has, and we're going to play it one of these days, of the players trying to say Tara's last name. It'll have you on the floor laughing. TCU, of course, coming off that double overtime loss to Tulane. And we were talking between games how important it is for TCU to come out strong and get that last game out of their minds.
Yeah, you want to get that last game out of your minds because that was a tough one to lose. And, you know, they had some few days of practices here to make sure that they get some game film in and correct those mistakes.
88-78, double overtime. That was the final of that game. Morris can't get the rebound. Here is Carly Littlefield, the graduate transfer out of Waukee, Iowa, played at Princeton. She is a savvy basketball player out front. Didn't play last season because she did transfer. Lauren Hurd sticks out the hip. Shot clock inside of 10. Littlefield will launch the three. Bury it. 50% of her shots are from beyond the arc.
Yeah, that time the defense went under, got slid under at the post screen, and then she stepped back and shot the three.
Lauren Hurd coming in, averaging 19.5 points a ball game, and I think they would like to see Lauren Hurd maybe trust her teammates a little bit more, not having to do everything herself.
Right, you got to, really let the game just kind of flow and get everybody into the flow. And, I know she's trying to take a lot of things on her shoulder, but teammates are important, so you got to keep them involved.
Offensive rebound by Anya Poole. Can't get it. Here comes Hurd, looking to push it. Splits the defense. And a whistle and a foul is going to be called. Our officials today, we've got a good crew. Doug Knight, Carlina Tobin, and Iffy Seals. Iffy just made the call on that. North Carolina head coach Courtney Banghart in her third year came over from Princeton. She had 9 20-win seasons in Princeton, including winning 31 games in 2014, 2015. She said she wanted to resurrect the tradition of North Carolina basketball. That's why she took this job.
And she's a good coach to make that happen. Good staff. They all do a great job recruiting. And
that's what Coach Peebley likes to see. Up ahead, pass picked off. Pull-up jumper. Kennedy Todd Williams can't get it. Tavi Diggs will bring it across the timeline. 15 points for Diggs versus Tulane. 6 straight double-figure games for her dating back to last year. From the outside, Manumala-Unya can't get it.
Officials letting them play.
I like it. Littlefield, rifle in the pass. Good pass inside. Morris comes over, gets a hand on it. You look at that Tulane game, TCU played outstanding defense, and they had to because they shot the ball poorly, and they were still in it and still forced double overtime.
Yeah, they did. They had a great game defensively. I thought they really forced Tulane to take a lot of three-pointers, but they made them. But, hey, they did really try to get that victory.
Nice long step by Kennedy Todd Williams. Just put a bow on that Tulane package. Lisa Stockton does such a great job down there. That is a good basketball team. They beat this North Carolina team.
Yeah, that's a good, solid team down there.
Or I should say Alabama.
Yeah. And once you can get people on the road or at home and still some good balance and some W's, look out.
First points of the ball game coming from Tavi Diggs.
Good spin move off the dribble. Bank shot.
Then Hurd comes up with it. Lauren tied up, tries to get rid of it into the hands of Alyssa Usby. Usby, the sophomore from Rochester, Minnesota. Deep in the corner, Kelly, 4-3.
Did a good job of sliding back in the transition, skip pass over, catch and shoot.
Out of San Antonio, Texas, 2020 Texas Player of the Year, Deja Kelly. Game 1, we had a Texas feel to it. Game 2, we've got a Texas feel to it. Diggs in traffic. Nice defense by North Carolina. Todd Williams launches the three. Good box out by Morse into the hands of Lauren Hurd. coming off 23 points versus Tulane. That was a season high. That's going to be an offensive foul.
That's one thing on her there. Just have a little bit more patience. I know they're going to be playing her for the drive, so she's got to be aware that teams are going to start doing this a little bit more, just trying to set their feet on her when she drives to the rim and bring two players to close the wall.
Yummy Morris and Michelle Berry check in for the Horned Frogs. This is a well-pieced together North Carolina team. They're relentless in all spots. They try to get you to play faster than what you want. And that's something that Coach Peebley said they concentrated on in practice. Do what they do in the pace they play. Rejection. How about Lauren Hurd getting a piece of that?
It's good help.
Shot clock at 8. Usby in the lane. Lauren Hurd comes up, down with it. Anya Poole slow to get up. She's okay. Oh, nice position inside. Can't finish with the layup. Yummy Morris, point blank. She doesn't miss that very often.
Yeah, that was a good lead pass in. She just didn't get it up high enough on the rim to get it over.
Boy, Aaliyah Jackson just took an elbow right in the chops. No call. Littlefield has to give it up. The three on the way. And it should be North Carolina's ball. Coach Peebley saying, we didn't touch it last. Pretty hectic first couple of minutes for Coach Peebley and her staff. Once again, TCU has got to play their pace, the pace that they're comfortable with, not the pace that North Carolina is trying to dictate.
Yeah, Carolina has a way to make you play that way, and I think TCU just be patient, play with their own game plan, and stick with it.
Coach Banghart said they got to play with a purpose on offense. They got to speed the game up, generate early offense. Can't get it to go. TCU, they can go on big runs. They've got the shooters to do it. Yummy Morris rolled, was open, didn't get it to him, but the three buried the bottom of the net.
And that helps. Anytime you can skip it over the defense like that, first thing you should do is catch and shoot.
That gets you quickly back into a game. TCU digging in on defense. That hasn't been the problem this season. It's shooting the basketball. Inside, just a breakdown defensively.
Just overhelp that time inside, especially on dribble penetration. You just got to bluff at them, get back, and stay with your player.
Malu Chitenge comes up with it. Good to see Aja Holmes in the lineup. Didn't play the beginning of the season because of injury. Lauren Hurd's push-up. It's funny, they were calling North Carolina, said Lauren Hurd is a human fast break. Speaking of, here comes Lauren. Holmes again for three. Aja Holmes got in last game, finished with 13 points. She was 3 of 10 from beyond the arc. So far this season, 90% of her shots are deep.
And she has good range on that. Just got to square up a little bit more, follow through. I know the first one she got there earlier, she was on rhythm on there. And, she's gonna see herself open a great deal, especially in secondary transition situations.
Lauren Hurd goes out. Paige Bradley, a heralded freshman out of Bishop Lynch High School in Dallas, made her debut Wednesday night. Michelle Berry fights for the rebound, knocks it out. It'll be North Carolina's basketball. Eva Hodgson comes in, number 10 for the Tar Heels. Redshirt junior out of New Hampshire. Started her career at William & Mary. Offensive foul will go the other way. That's the way you take a charge.
Yeah, Kelly just said, but did you Kelly say, I just put my elbow up to the face right here. She's just asking for the ball, and defense sold it. You got to sell it, baby. That's right. Go the other way.
Aaliyah Jackson, a fine graduate of TCU School of Acting. Just kidding. Here's Yummy. Coach Peebley yelling, move, move, move. A lot of standing around on offense. Berry. Shot clock at 10. They're going to have to hurry. Bradley looks up. Now it becomes a hand grenade. Give it to somebody besides me. Berry has it rejected by Usby, and it'll be a shot clock violation.
Yeah, North Carolina stayed down solidly on that defense. TCU really didn't turn the ball to the other side of the floor. And I know Coach Peavy wants them to move the ball more side to side so they can get more rhythm.
That was her 4th block of the season already. North Carolina just one of their last 7 from the floor. Hodgson has to give it up. Rattled home Kelly the 3.
They show good patience on offense, moving it side to side, skip pass over. Like I said, that jump shot's going up.
Kelly 2nd from beyond the arc today. 2 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. North Carolina opens up an 8-point advantage. TCU again having struggled shooting the basketball, just 2 of 11 now. Do have a whistle and a foul call.
There's one thing, if you're going to, if you miss from the outside, you better have somebody on the boards to clean up. Right here, there's a little bit of body foul down low. There wasn't anything up high. It was down low with the legs.
Kayla Muckwa will come into the lineup, number 24, the senior from Longmeadow, Massachusetts. Started her career at George Washington. Yummy Morris will get a little bit of a breather. With 1:57 to play here in the opening quarter. Here's Michelle Berry. You talk about a player that's just a crazy athlete. So good athletically, and more poised this year. That is Michelle Berry.
Yeah, and she can play about 4 different positions out there.
Exactly.
For defending and even on offense.
They want to get her shooting. She is only 1 of 22 shooting this season. We've been to practice. We saw her last year. She can shoot the basketball a lot better than that. A little bit late on the box out. Gives North Carolina another chance. 5 on the shot clock. Hodgson launches. Doesn't get it. Usby, the rebound, and the basket.
That was about boxing out on that time. Now, I know that those long rebounds, long shots, long rebounds. You just got to be in there, be ready to close out.
5 offensive rebounds for North Carolina in this game already. From the outside, Bradley, no. North Carolina pushing it again. Hodgson gives it up. Littlefield. Kelly already spotting up on the 3-point line. On the drive, the penetration. Alyssa Usby.
Yeah, they moved around. They found the soft spot right there defensively. And once they catch it there, she's just going to go straight to the rim.
That's her first field goal, and the Horned Frogs not had a field goal now at over 4 minutes. Bradley is a shooter, but they're not giving her any space at all. Muckwa. Oh, nice pass inside to Michelle Berry. Nice feed from Aaliyah Jackson.
That was a nice feed. Berry just sat there at the block, just waited for it, and tossed it right in there to her for a layup.
Shot clock turned off, final 10 seconds of the opening quarter. Horned Frogs down by 11. The 3. Kelly can't get it to go. 0.5 of a second left. Coco Adike will check into the lineup for the final 4/10, maybe. Yeah, she will. She won't even break a sweat. You won't have to wash her uni. 4/10 left. 5/10. They added 1 on. And that's the way the first quarter will come to an end. So the Horned Frogs start out cold shooting the basketball, but they are still in this ball game. 17-8 is the score. North Carolina won the Patriot League, went to the NCAA tournament, and just after that, on April 6, 2006, she died of a heart arrhythmia at the age of just 28 years of age. Everybody loved her, and of course, she is the sister of Jamie Dixon, TCU men's coach. You and I were see some of the stats on the Classic. You and I were talking the first game how much she meant to anybody who met her.
Yes, I met her a few times, had conversations with her, and she just really loved the game of basketball and just sharing the knowledge of what she knows, and even with her brother, she was just phenomenal, man.
I remember her telling me years ago, before she passed away, that my brother talked me into coaching. She played at San Diego.
Yeah, I remember meeting her in San Diego and having conversations there. And I think she served as an assistant with Doug Bruno.
I think she did. You're right.
Yeah.
Paige Bradley, we told you she is a shooter. Her second collegiate three-pointer. She was 1 for 2 from 3 against Tulane in her collegiate debut. Coach Peebley was glad to get her back in the lineup. Hodgson for 3, tries to answer. For you young players, all you need to do is look at Alyssa Usby on that rebound. It hit the back of the air, and a lot of times players start jumping up and down like a pogo stick. She waited.
Yeah, she waited and time it, eye contact with the ball, and then you go up and get it.
They were telling us, the coaching staff, that she has the highest motor of any player they've ever seen. Usby sees the double team, has to do a fall away. That would have been a pretty shot. Lauren Hurt back in the lineup. Sat down a few minutes, got a good feel for the game. TCU down by 6. Lauren carries the 2.
Yeah, that's her right there with that little drag screen and transition, turning the corner. Don't even think about it. Just put it up there because you're in the paint. You got a foot in the paint, shoot the J.
That's her first field goal. She said in the offseason she worked on her wiggle game and her mid-range jumper. Muckwa goes over the back. Foul will be on TCU. Well, that's going to be on Muckwa. That'll be here first.
Here's there, right over here. I thought that was pretty clean, but officials got the best look.
Throw it back out front. Kennedy Todd Williams. Quick shot. Littlefield. Muckwa's got it. TCU can make a little run here. Boy, North Carolina does a good job of covering up Bradley immediately. Tried to squeeze that pass on the inside to Muckwa. TCU will still have it.
Yeah, and what they have to do is, once you get a skip pass over on the strong side, you want to reverse that ball real quick. So right here, she just got trapped and tried to squeeze in there between 2 defenders.
Bradley, the quick shot. Oh, rolls around. Muckwa, no! And North Carolina will have it. 2 great opportunities for the Horned Frogs.
Yeah, those shots around the basket off of rebounds, I know that TCU won't want to have those back, but, at least they're trying. They're trying to get there and get shots and put in off of missed shots.
Here is Carly Littlefield. Was all Ivy League her sophomore year at Princeton. Usby, savvy player. Again, you saw the patience after she got the ball.
Yeah, she reads the defense well to see how you're going to react to her. And then she goes the other way, either with the right hand or left hand.
Heard from the outside, a little strong on the iron. Pulled away by Kennedy Todd Williams, and she'll push it. Usby with 4 in the ball game. That should be it's going to be a blocking foul. Lauren Hurd's going to make sure all the pieces are still there.
Yeah, that was a full-speed drive in transition, and I know Hurd stepped in at the last minute. Here's a full-speed drive right there. Offense tried to slide a little bit to the side there, and the officials got the better view.
And Lauren Hurd again going to go out of this ball game. Good job defensively. They were trying to get it to Kennedy Todd Williams. Now the foul's going to be on Tabby Diggs, grabbing.
It's better to be aggressive than non-aggressive on ball screens.
Yeah. North Carolina can score. First 3 games, 92, 89, and 89 points. No opponent has scored plus 47 points on North Carolina this year. That is head coach Courtney Bangert. She is the only coach in the NCAA with a neuroscience degree and a master's in writing and leadership from Dartmouth. I couldn't get into Dartmouth if my parents paid big bucks. I went to a school you needed a pencil and directions to get in.
Ron, stop.
I mean, you look at that degree, you go, why are you coaching? No offense, but that's like the coach of the New York Liberty. He's got 2 masters. On the breakout, And the layup, much needed for Tabby Diggs.
Good steal, good breakout dribble going to the rim. Just her in the rim, shooting the layup.
Swole Hopkins, of course, from the New York Liberty. 2 master's degrees from Harvard and Cal Berkeley. Usby. Muckwell fights for it, so does Buckley. We're going to tie it up. Possession arrow belong to TCU. I'm impressed with Usby so far.
Yeah, she's really, clever as far as getting rebounds, position herself with her body on shots, and she reads the defense well when she has the basketball.
Adike checks out. I think what helped Usby in high school back in Minnesota, she played all 5 spots. You have an idea what it's like then?
Yes, absolutely. That's like, putting post, in drills, putting guards with the post players the guards. They feel, is this how it works?
Really? You mean I can really get the ball this way?
Wow.
Shot clock inside of 10. Bradley, baseline cut off. Deep in the corner, the 3. Won't go down for Holmes. North Carolina's got it. That's the 8th turnover for the Tar Heels in this game. They only averaged 16, but they forced 29 a game.
And TCU will put a lot of pressure on you defensively to make you turn the ball over. I know the Tar Heels had a couple of unforced turnovers, but that's what TCU defense does. They make you, throw the ball away.
And the foul's going to go against North Carolina. This North Carolina team finally has some length. Something they haven't had in the past. They've got it now. Yummy Morris will come back into the lineup. Muckwell will come out for TCU. 5:54 to play in the half. North Carolina 4 turnovers in the last 1 minute and 42 seconds. TCU's got to take advantage of this.
You see a zone right here by North Carolina. Let's see if they get an outside shot off of this.
Again, Lauren Hurd not in the lineup right now, getting a breather. The 3, great look by Jackson. Couldn't knock it down. Usby quickly up ahead. Littlefield pulls the trigger for a 2. Taking it away, Tabby Diggs. That's why she's in the lineup and got the start today. The energy she gives this team, they're going to call that a travel. I thought it looks like she may have got a little shove.
Yeah, a little shove in there. And, even though you get pushed like that, you got to keep your balance. I thought she lost her vision a little bit, who she really wanted to pass to towards the end.
North Carolina leads the ACC in points per game, 90 points per game. One of 4 teams in the NCAA to average 9-0. Well, the foul's going to be called. That'll be on Paige Bradley. One thing TCU wants to do this season is utilize their chemistry. This team has great chemistry. Last year, they couldn't do a whole lot of things as a team. This year, they've been able to do that. And you can tell when you go to the practices. Nice job boxing out by everybody, especially Yummy Morris.
When you talk about chemistry, Ron, it takes a while for that to gel in, but sometimes you can find it right away with a group, and this group really likes each other. I've been to practices with you, and we've seen that.
Tough fall away. That ball didn't have a chance for Tabby Diggs. Christy Curry of Alabama was telling us the same thing about her team. They got great chemistry. They like each other. 15-footer by Chitenge, but they get the offensive rebound and the putback. That ends a 2-minute and 37-second scoring drought. North Carolina up by 6. TCU only shooting 29%. The good news is North Carolina is shooting the exact same percentage. Nobody's been able to pull away. Shot clock at 3. Somebody's got to look up. Diggs with 1 scoops it, does hit the rebound or board, but Kennedy Todd Williams comes down with it. Big Euro step and rejection.
Good block. Good step through, but good block on defense.
Let's see how TCU closes out this opening quarter or second quarter of play. Foul underneath. That'll be against North Carolina. TCU's missed their last 4 field goal attempts. You see Lauren Hurd still on the bench. Only has played 9 minutes so far in this game. TCU's scoring drought 3 minutes and 17 seconds. Malu Chitenge at the line. Misses the first. This is only her 3rd and 4th free throws so far this season. And you look at the score, 6-point difference, and it's easy to find out where that 6 points come from.
Yes, it comes from, Ron, the second chance, opportunity points and also points in the paint. But when you give a team 9 offensive rebounds, they're going to have opportunities like that.
TCU may have coughed the ball up again, and they did. And it's their 9th turnover of the ball game. They only averaged 13. That's one thing the Horned Frogs have done really well this season, is just take care of the basketball. And a whistle and a foul. That'll be on Yummy Morris. She thought she was playing some pretty good defense on Busby. Busby will go to the line.
Yummy's saying, I play with my hands up, and I'm sliding my feet. I'm staying down in position. And she bumped into me. That's what she's saying. But official said, no, we see it the other way.
Busby, the sophomore or freshman year, she started 17 of the 24 games played, averaged just under 10 points a ball game. Free throw shooting was her bugaboo last year at only 54%. This year much better. Lead is extended. 24-15. TCU in dire need of some kind of basket. Now they need some help. Should have been a 5-second call. Timeout, TCU. There's got to be somebody in charge out there when that starts to happen. I don't know if it was Aaliyah Jackson or...
With North Carolina with a 9-point lead, you don't want them to have an 11-point lead on the steal or anything like that.
And again, Lauren Hurd, it looked like she hit her head on that one play. That may be the reason she has not come back into this basketball game. We'll try to find out at halftime. Bradley, 8 on the shot clock, has to give it up. Somebody's got to shoot it. Manu Malu, great play.
She's got the range, let me tell you. Pressure shots, she's pretty good at putting those in, at least getting them off. Look for her to shoot a lot more of those.
TCU's got 2:25 to close this gap. Kelly. Good job defensively by Jackson. Busby goes baseline. Nice job boxing out. That's going to be a whistle and a foul called against Chitenge.
Yeah, that was an excellent box out. Post against the guard on the weak side. That was textbook right there. You see it right here on the replay. Ball goes up, get into the lower legs. Yep. Ooh, took a little elbow too.
TCU has not shot 40% this year. Opponent has not shot over 38% all this season. North Carolina now at 28% from the outside. Bradley has 1 3 today. Lead still 6, 1:50 left in the opening half. Kelly's pull-up rattles her. Can't leave her open.
Yeah, I think Kelly had it in mind all the way down the floor that she was going to zigzag dribble, crossover, and pull up for the J because she had a player open on top of the key, but she's very confident in her jump shot.
When you're wide open like that, Michelle, you got to shoot it.
Got to shoot it. Take what the defense gives you.
She turned around and said, I don't think there's anybody around me.
Respect me.
Yeah, really. Lead goes back to 6. Start of a 4-game road trip for North Carolina. They'll have it with 17 on the shot clock. Littlefield running the show. Busby is battling down low with Michelle Berry and a whistle and a foul called. That will be on Berry. That'll be her first personal foul.
Michelle Berry just had to check her a little bit coming across the lane. One thing you do is don't give a free pass for offensive player coming across. What Berry did right here, see it at the lower screen there, just boxing out with her hands, more so with her legs. And that's what the officials would get you. They get you every time with that.
Alyssa on the Cheryl Miller watch list this season. Coaches could not say enough good things about her. Possession arrow on the jump ball goes back to North Carolina with 1:07 to play. Tanya Poole, the sophomore out of Raleigh, North Carolina, big-time shot blocker for the Tar Heels. Usby, no. Morris tips it. Tied up, should be TCU's ball, and it will be. Now for TCU, you've got 60 seconds left. You've got to have a couple of good possessions here.
Yeah, good possessions, as far as moving the ball from side to side. And see if we can get a little bit more movement here before you get into the locker room.
Berry, plenty of time on the shot clock at 15. Pull up from 15. In and out, no good. Morris can't get the rebound. North Carolina does.
That was a good shot. That was a good
Absolutely.
Look. Get in the paint, put it up.
Kelly on the drive. That's pretty.
Kelly's pretty tough. Once she goes to that right side on that drive, she's good at scooping that ball in there.
Kelly now with 10 in the ball game. The largest lead for North Carolina has been 11. Shot clock turned off. Manu Malaunia running the play. Shot clock, game clock at 8. Oh, what a move. Malaunia then throws it away, right back to her. Counted.
That was something else. I think you give defense an assist on that one.
She started 0 for 3 shooting. Gets her first field goal made, and it comes at a great time. But North Carolina, we're at intermission. They lead the Duncanville High School, having her homecoming. Alyssa Usby will have her homecoming December 1st when they play at Minnesota. There is Deja Kelly. So motivated. Usby took it very personally when she was ranked the lowest player of that sophomore class. People that are now sophomores.
Motivation.
Exactly. I don't blame her. She's a lot better than that. Kelly's pull-up jumper. Foul's going to be on Lauren Hurd, and my goodness, Lauren picks up her third personal foul.
That's an unfortunate foul right there. I thought she was just trying to hustle to get back. You see it here again on the replay. Good solid defense. Jump shooter goes up. Didn't see much of a foul, but there again, I've always got to overrule by the officials. They right on top of it. So
that was a tough one.
That's a tough one.
Even Lauren Hurd kind of gave the look like, I'm not sure about that one. Lauren not prone to arguing calls. She's going to stay in. Coach Peebley rolling the dice, and I like that. From the outside, Bradley can't get it to go. Mike Peterson, who coached here at TCU, also in the WNBA, that's going to be a 3 and a foul. Bradley fouls the jump shooter. Kelly will go to the line. But what I was going to say is that he always felt if a player gets 3 and they're a star like that, leave them in. They got 5 fouls.
Yeah, I mean, we're at a crucial time in the game, and you got to leave your player in. Hurd's got to stay. But right here, the closeout. Leave your feet on the closeout with the stick hand up. You're always going to foul a jump shooter. You got to stay low on the closeout and don't leave your feet.
287 games prior to tonight. Lauren Hurd has only fouled out of 3 games. She buries it. That's why you keep her in.
Yeah, she's going to play more unbalanced right now. Don't want to get a charge. Defensively, just got to be aware of where opponents is and where she's at for his help.
Lauren Hurd only her second field goal made. Force it down inside, and a foul is going to be called. And Aaliyah Jackson may be the culprit, and it is. And for Jackson, that'll be her first personal foul. TCU has had good looks. Look at it again.
Yeah, Which, right here, just a good, almost a jump ball situation. Got a piece of the wrist.
Must be no. Tough fall away over the outstretched hands of Tabby Diggs. Poole goes down. And they're going to call a foul on TCU.
Wow.
That's going to be on Patricia Morris. Coach Peebley's wants an explanation, and I would too. Here it is again.
The shot goes up, little contact right here. Just a little incidental contact. Let's see what happens. So we got a foul on
Patricia Morris. You know, I don't like that call because sometimes it's basketball. You're going to be physical underneath.
Yes.
Unless it's a complete hack. But I'm not a real fan of that being called a foul.
Yeah, I don't think she's tried to. It was just a rebounding, hands up.
Yeah.
And your face came into my elbow.
Reagan wants a little explanation. She's not getting it. Lauren Hurd gets knocked down. Kelly backs it out. Kelly on the drive. Little teardrop. That's pretty. 18 for Kelly.
Dribble penetration, little teardrop. Something you do in practice every day. Once you master that down, it's a pretty good shot for you, especially when you're going against post players.
Possession arrow. TCU will retain possession. Tony Parker, when he played for the San Antonio Spurs, was one of the greats at that teardrop shot.
Yeah. And Dwayne Wade back in the day.
Absolutely. Kelly has tied her season high. Her career high is 22. She's done that 3 times. See, you come to the state of Texas, you get the Texas water, the Texas air, and you play well. Bradley on top. Trying to dump it down to Morris, and Morris was being held underneath.
That was good positioning down low by Morris. Right here, she's holding her ground right there, and she got held with the jersey.
Tanya Poole picks up her first personal foul. TCU will have it. Trailing by 15. Diggs. North Carolina fans wanted to travel on that fake pass. Shot clock at 3. Lauren lets it fly. Air ball. And North Carolina will have it. Pull up, Kelly. Lauren Hurd looks to push it. I love the way Tabby Diggs ran the court. First one down there. And that's going to be a blocking foul. But it all started because Tabby Diggs ran the court.
Ran the court, ran the floor, got position, got the basketball. And they're making the defense, get back. Defense cannot react to that. Get to the line and shoot too.
Todd Williams just didn't have a chance to set her feet on that. Aja Holmes comes back into the lineup. By the way, for Kelly, this is the second game in a row she's had a 4-point play. Also coming out at halftime when they played Appalachian State. That's the first 4-point play I've had this year, I think.
And you've done a lot of games.
Oh, yeah. Look at the bags under the eyes. Tabby Diggs will check into the lineup. And Coco Adike will come back in. The senior out of Denmark spent time at Butler. They wanted her to not start today, to look at the game from the bench and kind of understand the flow and what her role should be. They think she can make a major impact on this team.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes when you kind of look at it from a different view and get in there, you make some things happen for yourself and get into the flow of the game.
Kelly with 20 in the ball game. 2 off her career high. Last time she did it last February against Virginia Tech. The lead is 16, biggest lead of the game for North Carolina. Deep in the corner, the 3 from Aja Holmes.
Holmes, good catch. Good pass out there, good catch. Lock and low, put it up for 3.
Well, she led the team in 3-pointers made last year. She had a game against Kansas State last season. She knocked down 6. But Kelly right around Holmes defensively.
Yeah, there's just no help on the backside of that, especially on that tunnel drive by Kelly. You know, she's pretty good of, like I said, scooping that shot up in there.
Kelly has tied her career high. That's going to be an offensive foul called. And that'll be against Lauren Hurd. That'll be her 4th. Wow. You just take a big chunk of the offense out when she sits.
Yeah, and, North Carolina was just waiting for that, for her drive, and they're just baiting her to do that, to get in there. And the players just waited for her on the backside to take that charge on.
Now Coach Peebley has to put Manu Malaunia back in the lineup. But, boy, you are taking 19.5 points out and a bunch of defense, too. Littlefield just works her way inside.
Yeah, I thought that drive right there, Littlefield just bogart her way in there, just played the old school ball, just was going to take it all the way in and use the bank shot.
Littlefield now with 5 in the ball game. The lead is 17. Somebody's got to stop the bleeding for TCU, and they do, and a timeout's going to be called by Coach Peebley. Adike can do that a lot. That was the move we see in practice.
Absolutely.
5 shots.
A lot of that run is, Deja Kelly is kind of warmed up here and got some shots to the rim and some pull-ups. But the offensive boards by North Carolina with 12 has really helped them build a lead.
Saw Coach Banghart on the sideline for North Carolina. She was the 2015 Naismith College Coach of the Year. A whistle and a foul. Once again, TCU without the services of Lauren Hurd. Picked up her 4th personal foul just about a minute ago.
You see here on the replay, defensively stand down. I thought maybe that might have been a travel call in that play. Official saw it the other way.
Foul was on Yummy Morris. That's her 3rd personal foul. Mark Frost can't afford to lose Yummy Morris.
No, she's a good inside force here for them, especially around the mid-range area.
Yummy Morris' real name, Yomiris, and it means Nubian beauty.
Yes.
My name, Ron, means I want another hoagie. It's a Pittsburgh thing. Attack. Rejection by Usby. Her first block of the ball game. And her 4th block of the season.
There's a good drive in here. Nice solid block. Hustle play here.
But then Adike commits the foul. And we go down the other end, and Kelly will be shooting for a new career high. Last game against App State, 18 points. 23 and a new career high today. 2nd game in a row we've had career highs. Megan Abrams for Alabama had a career high 27 earlier today. Came up on the short end of the stick with Duke. Nice job. Littlefield got a piece of it. TCU wanted a foul. Not going to get it. Kelly quickly up court. Littlefield for 3. Usby the rebound. And the put. She's got 15.
She's good, like I say, Ron, off of shots. Position herself underneath, especially on the weak side. She knows what to do once she gets the ball in her hands.
She is 2 rebounds away from a double-double, whistle and a foul. And TCU getting tied up a lot down the other end. Adike called for the foul. And that'll be her first personal foul. We've got She's skilled. She comes off ball screens well. Complete player.
Absolutely, Ron. She's one of those players that just came focused today. She's back, back home a little bit with people and fans, and she just came out here to play.
You say Duncanville, you know you've got great ball players. Here is Usby at the line. Again, 2 rebounds away from what would be her 4th career double-double. She had 2 as a freshman. She has 1 already this year. Morris on the drive, draws the contact. That seems to me to be a good way to get back into this game. Be a little more aggressive and get to the line.
Yes, be aggressive. Pass the basketball. When you drive with authority. Use your body. Right here, pull through. Use your body, get some contact. Even though there's a block up top, there was a body foul down low.
Yemi Morris at the line. Morris playing with 4 personal fouls, gets her first 2 points of the ball game. Once again, Lauren Hurd also 4 personal fouls on the bench. Littlefield, nice ball fake. Kelly. Usby back to Kelly, 5 to shoot. Oh, she walked it in. Okay, put your coaching hat on. You've got Lauren Hurd on the bench. You find yourselves down by 18. When do you put her back in? Do you roll the dice or you wait to the start of the 4th?
Yeah, Ron, I think you have to roll the dice a little bit and wait until the start of the 4th, somewhere in there. I think bench points for, TCU has been pretty good. And let them fill it out. But next 3 minutes right now, you just got to really, suck it up and let them play.
Somebody has got to step up and become a scorer on this team. Kelly gets bumped. Littlefield off balance, no basket. That's going to be a charge. That should get them pumped up.
With defense, when you get help like that and get a charge, that usually pumps up your teammates and make it happen. Here, you see a nice, strong drive to the rim, already set defensively, and that's how you take a charge right into the chest. You're straight on down to the ground.
Hold your position.
Hold it, hold it.
Let's see if that'll spark TCU. Outscored by 11 so far in this quarter. Bradley. No place to go. Lost the handle. Possession arrow, North Carolina. I think when you're a freshman coming from a school like Bishop Lynch, a smaller school, she was the 7th-ranked player in Texas. She's a winner. But you've got to adapt to Division I athletes. They're stronger and faster.
Absolutely. And taller.
And you and I joke, a lot of college players say, oh, I could play in the W. And we go, you have no idea how hard it is.
It's hard. It's a different story. That's like me going to try to play with the Lakers.
Yeah, right. Boy, Michelle Berry was spotting up. Oh, that's a pretty drive right down the lane. Tara with 2. She's got 7 in the game.
That was a pretty move. Dribble hesitation, snake drive in, put it in for 2.
North Carolina's hit 4 of their last 5 shots. Inside of 2:45. Kelly outside. Rebound pulled away by Yemi Morris. Let's see how TCU finishes up this last 2:35. They're not out of it by a long shot. Trying to get 3 stops in the remaining time. Berry, left hand.
They're starting to figure it out.
And North Carolina on a timeout because TCU is now on a 6-0 run over the last 2:11. That's what Reagan is looking for. He's had a nice game. 5 points, a couple of assists. The big gun has been Usby and Kelly. And Coach Courtney Banghart in her 3rd year likes this team. She's the only coach I've ever run into that was a finalist with her brother in the television show Amazing Race. My Amazing Race is going to the refrigerator in the morning. It's amazing. Rebound. Scoring drought continues for North Carolina. TCU got a little bounce in their step now offensively. Shot clock at 15. Wide open. Bradley for three. Does she get the bounce? No.
It's a nice open look.
Busby gets the rebound and pulls it away. How about that? That is a heads-up play defensively. Great job, Yummy Morris.
That's just, heads up defensively. Away from the basketball, away from the play. You just step up in there and take that charge. And that charge has got him back in the game. I mean, got him fired up. You got a couple of charges, and, you got some looks at the basket, good moves, and you just got to pull a few more shots down, and you're right back in this game.
Scoring drought, 309 for North Carolina. TCU again on a 6-0 run. 1:36 to play here in the third. Game 2 of the Maggie Dixon Classic. Duke winning the first game 74-71. Celeste Taylor, 21 points in the lineup. Former Texas Longhorn, now playing for Duke. Played a great game. Nice double team by North Carolina. Shot clock at 10. Barry on Usby. Yummy. In close. The run is 8-0.
That's right. That was a nice pass inside. Good hook shot. Look for that more.
2 more stops is what they need. Out-fried Todd Williams, no. Heck of a job again by Usby. That's going to be a charge again!
Doing a great job on the charges tonight. You put it on the board. I'm pretty sure they got a locker room. You get a star on the charges. Right here, stepping in, wall it off. That's a nice wall by 2 players, and took a great charge.
I think that was one of the first times I've looked over to TCU's bench and have seen Reagan smile. She likes that kind of defense.
Yeah, those charge points.
Got to close out, though, these final 36. 3 on the way, whistle, and a foul. And that'll be a 3-shot foul. And that's going to be on Eva Hodgson, the foul. And TCU can cut into the gap even more. North Carolina has not scored now in over 4 minutes.
And that's all because of TCU's defense.
Right.
Taking charges, taking shots away. And when you can do that and go and score, you just inch your way back into this game.
Aja Holmes, a sophomore out of Steele High School in Cibolo, Texas. The lead is being chipped away. 10-0 run for TCU. Her first miss from the free throw line this season. Lead is 10. 4-second difference, shot of the game clock. Good patience by North Carolina. 8 to shoot. Hodgson lost her step, and they're going to call a foul. That'll be on Aaliyah Jackson. Got the hip out a little bit.
The solid defense all the way around. Shot clock is winding down. Kind of turn that body a little bit. And once your knee hits another knee to the offensive player, they're going to call foul on you.
Yummy Morris, a well-deserved break. She has been a big factor in this game. Aaliyah Jackson also coming out. And at the line, Eva Hodgson. Great free throw shooter back in 2020. William & Mary took 193 free throw attempts, over 6.5 a game, and shot 91%.
Wow, 91.
Same hometown as her head coach in New Hampshire. Coach was kidding me. She said, have you ever had 2 players from New Hampshire? I said, I don't know if I've ever had 1 player from New Hampshire, let alone the same town. Lead goes back to 12. North Carolina has not hit a field goal in over 5 minutes, but they lead by 12. They've led by 20. Shot clock off. Got to put it up. with 2. Tried to force the ball inside to Michelle Berry. That's the way the third quarter will come to an end. North Carolina hang on to a lead, 52-40. We will
going at the other end and converting. With North Carolina is just doing the things they want to do defensively, mix it up on defense, some zone, player to player, and try to sustain this lead. But, you know, knowing TCU, they're going to make another run, a couple more runs at them. And now that you have Hurd back in the game, look out. Great
discussion we had between quarters, whether to put Lauren Hurd back in. You said put her in to start the fourth, and she is. I agree with that. But like you said, there's a couple things Lauren's got to be careful about.
Yeah, you have to be she's got to be under control, especially on offense, dribble drives. And then defensively, you can't over gamble. And the worst thing you want to do, you cannot be passive. You got to still be aggressive, but under control aggressive.
Lauren Hurd has played less than 13 minutes in this game. Kelly, pull-up jumper, no. Usby had it, lost it. It'll be TCU's basketball.
And that's what TCU have to do. You know, if you're going to give up a shot, make it a tough shot,
right?
And then get the possession going the other way and try to score.
One thing you don't want Lauren Hurd to do is press it too much.
No, just hold your balance. You know, just take what the defense gives you, and then just stay in the game, be there.
Boy, Michelle Berry wants it, got it. Shot clock inside of 10. Yummy. Back on top, good ball movement. Hurd, double pumps, has it rejected. The 3 from the outside, air ball, nice save. Good job, though. The play was made by Eva Hodgson.
And Hodgson made a big hustle play, saved it right under their basket, and their post player was right there to catch it and put it under.
She's going off after her MBA at North Carolina, which is very impressive. A lot of the players here in North Carolina going after their masters. Jackson on top. Hurd lets it fly. Hodgson put a hand up, and Lauren well off the mark. Hurd just 2 of 7 shooting now. She's going to go out. Manu Malaunia will come back into the lineup. Starting to roll off the tongue now. You get that?
I see. You're getting a little rhythm there.
I just want to call her TM.
Uh-oh. We have to get a rap song going for you.
Oh, that's ugly. Hodgson from the outside for 3. Good box out by Yummy Morris. Oh, my goodness. They're going to call a foul, I think, on Yummy. And it is. I thought she was doing a good job of putting that backside right on the North Carolina player.
Yeah, it seemed like she was just making a good box out move. And instead of catching her for the wrap.
And Yummy Morris now has to come out. Boy, she has been such an integral part of this team in this comeback. That's Morris's 4th personal foul. And North Carolina breaks their scoring drought.
He's got Kelly again. She's dribble hesitation, fade away jumper inside the paint.
Now TCU, it's the old plateau theory you hear in basketball. You fight so hard to get close, then you just run out of steam. Jackson for 3. Michelle Berry's going to be tied up by Kelly, and Kelly will be whistling for the foul.
Yeah, that time that was a wrap. You know that
was.
That was, you know, here's a shot taken underneath. Yeah, that's yes. Can't get away with that one.
No. And Tabby Diggs will come back into the lineup. Got her first start of the year earlier tonight. Had 12 starts last year. Had 15 versus Tulane. From the outside, TCU cannot hit the threes. Just 4 of 20 from beyond the arc. The steal again by Diggs. Quickly up ahead. TM counted.
She thought about it. She thought about skip passing it. She said, no, let me go ahead with my pull-through move and see if I can finger roll it in.
I tell you what, she's a three-point shooter, but she's a heady ball player. Played at Arizona, from Australia. Usby, no. Battling inside. TCU had it and lost it. On top, Kelly wanted the three. Good job by Manu Malaunya just defensively on that.
Yeah, good control on defense. Got to stop. Now you're looking to score at the other end.
The three. With TCU, a much better three-point shooting team than what we're seeing. Todd Williams gives it up. Can't get it. TCU golden opportunity here because North Carolina got cold now.
And the pace has slowed down a little bit as the time goes on in the fourth period here.
Boy, Michelle Berry wants the ball so badly, not getting it. Long shot, long rebound into the hands of Todd Williams. 2-on-2. Todd Williams to the hole. Count it, and she'll go to the line.
You saw that all the way from half court, that situation. The 2-on-1. It was 2-on-2 for a minute. But at the very last second, she decided to just go ahead and take it in. Why not? Ball fake, get the defense to move a little bit, and go straight in there.
You know, I asked Coach Bangard, I said, okay, describe Kennedy Todd Williams to me. She said, Scottie Pippen. Can do everything.
That's pretty good.
I'll tell you what, I think she's right on that. She's almost doubled her points per game from last season. Her rebounds are up from 4.8 last year to 8.7 this season. She's going to get a breather, and the lead is back to 17. TCU had cut it to a dozen. Almost a travel by Diggs. Here's Berry. Diggs backs down. Baseline fall away. No. Kelly the rebound. Got Hodgson on the left side. Takes it herself. Got it back. Littlefield will set things up.
See a middle ball screen coming up.
She launches and rolls it. That's a two.
Yeah, anytime they pat their head, that means a middle ball screen's coming, and the guard just stepped up there and shot the three nicely.
Littlefield with 7. Muckwa battles inside. Lauren Hurd's going to come back into the lineup for TCU. But we are at 4:49 to play in the ball game. TCU finds out what a game she has had.
She's had a great game, Ron, especially on the offensive boards, getting 7 offensive boards and then 4 steals defensively. So she's been active all the way around.
TCU closed the gap to 10, 50-40 with 34 seconds left in the third quarter. But here in the fourth, Frogs just 1 of 9 shooting.
And that's, you want opportunities to make shots, and you're getting shots. You just got to put them down. It's going to click in. You just got to stay confident with it.
After the missed 3, quick outlet. I love North Carolina getting it out so quickly. They look for Littlefield soon as they get the rebound. Hodgson knocks down the 3.
Well, she got rid of that shot like a hot potato.
TCU shooting just 31.4%. Best field goal percentage by an opponent for you against North Carolina this year is 36. They're a good defensive team.
You see here, TCU now picking up a lot more pressure in the backcourt, try to make things happen, and trying to make North Carolina shoot the ball quickly or maybe get a turnover.
Well, they've got just over 4 minutes to get something done. Hodgson again for 3, second in a row. After starting out 0 for 5, she's hit her last 2 shots. 8 points for Hodgson in the ball game, averages 8.7. And the foul's going to be called. That'll be Manu Maloney. Bradley wants to check into the lineup, and she will for the Horned Frogs. And Tabby Diggs will come out. No place to go. Try to force it inside. Usby somehow came up with it. Kelly, the deep three. Good box out, except they forgot to box out Littlefield. Count it, and one.
Yeah, that was just a rebounding play and going right back to the basket. It looked like, Hurd just got caught off balance right here. And wasn't much of a touch, but the officials called it enough to foul her out of the game.
So Lauren Hurd is going to be DQ'd. Only played 16 minutes in the game. And finished with only 4 points. That's probably one of the lowest outputs she's had her entire career. North Carolina A&T scored the most on North Carolina this year. They had 47 points, but the other two teams, 33 and 44. This is a good North Carolina team. They're on a 14-0 run. TCU has not scored in the last 4 minutes. Got to get something going here. Littlefield, baseline. They've got time on their side. Doug Knight whistles, and the foul.
And Littlefield kind of baits you into that type of foul. She dribble, and then hesitates, and then dribble again. And, she's got a good hesitation to her drive.
After tonight, TCU goes to the West Coast. They play at St. Mary's on the 26th and the 27th against California Baptist. Then they come home for a 7-game homestand beginning on December 1st versus Southeastern Louisiana. And, of course, January 2nd, they start Big 12 play. Brandon Schneider's Kansas Jayhawks will be making an appearance here. 16-0 run. Over 4.5 minutes without a point for TCU. Tough fourth quarter for the Horned Frogs.
Yeah.
Only scored 2 points, Fred.
Yeah, they've had some looks at the basket, and most of them have been open looks, and they just need to just stay confident with it and put it down. They're getting shots. And the worst thing to do is not to have shots.
Exactly. The only other meeting between these two teams, once again, North Carolina won 77-54. Must be some similarities between the two games. Kelly with 3 to shoot. Backs it out. Not going to get it off. I'd take her out. That's the first mistake she's had tonight. Get her off the court, Coach.
Yeah. Kelly, that time she was forced to shoot that one, Ron. And I think Coach might have heard you. There she goes.
Well, Kelly is going to go out, but she had a career-high 25 points, 7 rebounds, and an assist. What a game for the former Duncanville player. Tell you, she's everything Coach told us she is.
Yeah, great competitive, good smart, good IQ, point guard, can play 2 guard also.
On the drive, a DK with the deuce. Stops a 16-0 run by North Carolina. I like this North Carolina team. I like what Coach Banghart is doing with this squad. And they're missing some McDonald's All-Americans, too. They lost Ariel Young. They transferred to Michigan. They also lost Tiana Key. Young, the ACL. I mean, you talk about a couple of players that could have had an impact on the squad, and they're playing without them this year. Yeah,
they've done a great job of players don't get that time or minutes, get in there and show what they can do, and they've proven that so far.
Final 65 seconds, so TCU is going to have to regroup before they head out to California.
1 minute to play.
For TCU, this will be their first loss to a non-conference opponent since 2017 in Yale, stopping a 30-game home win streak versus non-conference.
That says something about, the staff and what they can do for those years of keeping that streak going. Here's the replay here on the drive. Like I said, they do a great job of trouble hesitation, going to the basket and getting to the free throw line.
Kind of one of the unsung heroes of this game is Carly Littlefield. She's got her points, also has 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Just so steady at the point guard spot. She is the heart of this team.
Yeah, she is. Absolutely.
There you can see neither team has shot well tonight, but the difference, the rebounding. My goodness, you have plus 26 in rebound, you're going to win some ball games.
Yeah, you will, and that puts you always going to put the opponents on the heels of trying to stop you, and either you're going to give them another shot to score or get to the free throw line.
19 second chance points for North Carolina, 1 for TCU. Might as well try to get yourself in the book. Kennedy Todd Williams does.
Got in the books by the up and under move.
There you go. Now the difference has been the final 5.5 minutes because North Carolina went on a 23-4 run. Tough day for the Horned Frogs, but it's a long season. TCU does not have anybody in double figures. As North Carolina wins 79-46, they got to regroup now, Coach.
Yeah.